This is a video about angel numbers and what is the spiritual meaning of this animal, this feeling, this ringing, all these different things. I think that we all go through a phase in our awakening journey, often very early on, where we're like Googling every single thing that happens to us. What is the spiritual meaning of this? What is this angel number? Why is this happening? This is a video that is all about that. Let's start with a general premise, which is that it's such a beautiful thing to open up and get to experience this phase that we go through where suddenly we're aware of all these signs and, as Carl Jung would say, synchronicities and events. It really initially, I think, lets us know that, hey, there's something bigger here going on than just what seemed to be normal reality. You're getting to see and experience how things are connected on a deeper level. You're getting to experience how you're a part of this almost masterfully orchestrated play where things are coming together at perfect moments, and you're thinking about something and then you're seeing it, or someone else is thinking about something and they're seeing you. And so what does this all mean? There's two answers. One is a very general answer, which is generally it means everything is connected. And specifically, there's so many different variances of how specific something gets, but whatever it means, if it's an angel number or an animal or a meeting or something else, or a feeling or a sound, these can all mean different things. But the most important thing to remember is, what does it mean to you? How does it feel? What is the feeling associated with it? You're going to receive the information based on whatever you think is true. We start with numerology or angel numbers. Angel numbers can be associated with numerology. So if we look these things up, you can see numerology will say like 111 means this, and 222 means this, and 333 means this. And so if you don't do anything and you're just receiving those, then it's like you're getting communication. You're being communicated with. If you haven't decided that 111 means this, then say you go to look it up, then that was the path of least resistance for that information to get to you. I see the synchronicity 111. I've never seen that. I'm seeing 111s everywhere. And then I go and look up 111 means this. That is basically like the universe and our angels and our guides and all that is communicating with us. And they're communicating with us knowing that the most likely thing for us to do is to go and look it up. And then when we look it up, we'll see this. Or it could even be like, when we look it up, we'll see this, and then we'll get the impulse to be like, oh, I should look that up. And then the first search bar that comes up, and we feel like we want to click on that page, and then we get the exact message that we need to. So it's almost like they're little clues. And so the point is that the meaning, there can be general meanings to these, but that's not why those meanings are true. The meanings are just an extension of the easiest way to get us the information. The whole point of this is what I really encourage people, especially when this is happening, and especially if you feel overwhelmed, is to make this a two-way conversation and decide what information would be most valuable for you to receive. At a point in my journey, I went through and I was like, I want 111 to mean this. And so whenever I see 111, I will know you're sending me this message. And 222 means this, and 333 means this, and 444, and so on. And that's what felt right to me. And then from then on, whenever I saw those numbers, they were directly associated with that information that was being given to me. Like there was something very specific about 444 to me in my life and my interests that I decided. And so whenever I get big groups of 444, it always has to do exactly with that subject. Now that wouldn't be applicable to someone else who's not interested in the same thing I am. What about animals? Same thing with animals too. It's really your association with them. For example, some people love crows and they have this really positive association with them. Me, I feel a bit more neutral about them, so I have a different association with them. They still offer me good feedback in the sense that I don't feel attracted to them, But when I hear them or see them or recognize them around, it's a sign for me in a different way, whereas someone may interpret that in their reality and be very different kind of thing. Same thing with animals. You could associate an animal with a loved one that passed. That's very true too. People say, I think it might be this. Well, decide, make the emphatic statement that whenever this comes into my life, whenever I see a hummingbird, it will be this particular past loved one. And just send me one in this particular way thing, if it's them. What else? How else do we get signs? Ringing in the ear, that's a really good one to talk about, because everything is energy and everything has an energy signature, both as it's happening, but before. There's always a precursor, and emotion is a really, really great way to read that. Once we become aware enough about energy and emotion, we'll begin to realize that we're feeling the emotions of things before they show up. We're feeling the building of the energy. It's almost like a wave comes. It's like the first ripple before the set comes. The same thing about ringing in the ear. It can be for a number of different reasons, but it's basically letting you know that you're receiving a large amount of energy or information. And it can be because something is coming into your field and your experience. That would be one. It can be a precursor to something coming. It also can mean that you literally just open yourself up to a higher frequency, a higher amount of information. If that's something that's happening to you regularly, I want you to really think about the context in which it's happening. Is it a certain place? Is it a certain time? But more importantly, way more importantly than those, what are you thinking about around the time that it happens? What are you thinking about? What thoughts are you receiving and how are you feeling around that time? And then what usually happens immediately after, within the next 5 to 10 minutes after you get the ringing in the ear. That will give you a really good indicator. Now, not necessarily the exact thing that's happening, but the essence of what is happening. Is it something really positive and wonderful? Is it loving? Is it something else? It's usually going to be something of higher energy and really good. Ringing in the ears, because it's a very high frequency, is usually more likely to be something positive and loving and that you would want to experience. So to wrap this whole thing up, when you're on this part of your journey and you're getting all these signs and synchronicities, one last thing I would say is, if it's too much, you can ask for it to be toned down. If you want more, you can ask for, I would like more. Just know that this doesn't have to be you getting talked at. It is a two-way conversation. I think when we first come and experience this, it can be a lot, and it's enough to even just deal with the fact that, oh my God, this is happening and this is real. And I think that's a big part of usually what's happening in the beginning is we're just being given signs. We're always being spoken to in the only way we can hear. So we're basically being given signs, as many signs as possible, because we've opened ourselves up to them suddenly. Now we're open to all of them and we're seeing them everywhere. And it's letting you know, hey, this is real, this is happening, this is real, this is happening. And it also is encouragement. It's encouragement to, I think that's a beautiful general way to look at it, is it's encouragement. Like, hey, you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. Hope this message was helpful for you. Peace and love and blessings in all your synchronicity. If that's something you're interested in, drop a comment. 1111. Comment 1111. And I'll send you a message. We both have a course and a program. Learning to read synchronicities and angel numbers and stuff like that is a part of it. But it goes so much deeper than that. Peace and love and blessings.